I'm like, yeah, I do think we taking the tipping culture a little too far by having them on like, oh, you go to McDonald's, do you want a tip?
No,
like,
I do not. And
like
my
not
order ain't even right half the time. No, you ain't getting no tip.
Cause man, I'd be mad if I tell you yes and then my order is still wrong. Now I will say at Starbucks I did used to tip them sometimes because I always did the custom orders. So I was like, I feel bad for them because they always have to make some concoction that I done thought up. So then I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna tip them because I know Starbucks is usually busy in the mornings.
And they
ain't
like,
got
what is
time.
this?
They see this long receipt just like add this, remove this, add this, and I am that person. So yeah, I would feel bad, so I would tip them. All right, so weekly question.
Yes.
This week. It's another one. It's another fun one like last week. At least I think it's fun.
Because some of them get heavy and I don't be wanting that.
Yeah, some of them do get heavy, but those be the ones that people can relate to the most.
Yeah.
But this one is you win $1 billion, but
Yes,
nobody can know that you won it. What do you do? What is the first thing you're doing?
And nobody can know.
Nobody can know.
I would secretly buy land in a different country. And I'll have my secret rich life in another country.
Mm-hmm.
So I will go on vacation and I'll be living my real life with all my money over there. And then over here, I would probably pay our house off. But I wouldn't tell nobody it's paid off. I'll pay the house off, pay the cars off, and just secretly live my life. But then on vacation, I would be rich. I would just take a lot more vacations.
But what if Victor couldn't even know?
I do the same thing.
Don't you think he would find it odd that you paid off the house?
I come up with something.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't pay. I just would just keep giving him money every month.
I mean, you said that you pretty sure he low-key think you rich anyway.
And I think the same of him. I
Yeah,
do.
y'all sitting here thinking the same of each other. But okay, so of course we took to the interwebs.
Yeah, what they say? What foolishness came out of the
Actually,
interweb?
these were actually pretty wholesome.
Good.
I mean, with the exception of maybe like one or two, comments. But okay, you win $1 billion, but nobody can know. What do you do? Some guy said 2 chicks at the same damn time.
Hey, that's one of the things you can do.
Hey.
Look at me, I'm thinking long term. I wouldn't even think of short sighted. I'm like, what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, I'm like, what you gonna do with the rest of the money? Because I would hope that ain't costing
Live
you.
in another country with a different life. That's what I would do. I mean, they wouldn't know.
True. But yeah, I thought that was funny. He was like 2 chicks at the same time. I was like, well, I think you could get that.
I know
even
plenty of
without
broke men who have done it already.
Yeah, you just got to find a girl that's ready and willing.
But you got to be attracted to them too, because sometimes it's the ones you don't want that want you.
Yeah, but
life is unfair.
That is true. But okay, you win $1 billion, but no one can know. What do you do? Someone said, I'd be at a titty bar every night. It's like priorities, people.
Y'all ain't trying to pay off nothing.
Maybe they ain't got nothing to pay off.
Maybe. I don't know. I know you got a car, a credit card. You got something that could be paid off.
You would hope. I mean, not hope, because
everybody do.
Debt is not. I don't see it as
I
a
mean,
good
you could
thing,
just save it, I guess. It
But
just, I mean, people will find it suspicious you don't got a job and you had one before.
How are you living? But you know what? I could say that about a lot of people, because there are some people that I know of
because they scam sometimes
that are living my dream, but they ain't got a lick of a job. It's like, how are you surviving?
Off of somebody else's money.
Man.
Somebody money is paying for it. It
Some
might not be theirs, but it's
some
somebody
days I
else's.
wish I didn't have the morals that I have and would just be like, I'm just gonna find me a
I told
sugar
you if I
daddy.
could go back in time, I told you it was that professor at IUPUI.
Hmm.
If I could go back in time, what morale? I'd have been topless in his convertible, living my best
You are
life
stupid.
with my free degree, going on because I help you pay for. I pay for college. I sat there, I contemplated. I said,
For me, it was this dude in the Popeyes line, some old white dude, stopped me and asked me if I was looking for a sugar daddy.
he ain't got no sugar,
I was like,
nothing
no,
but
thank
daddy
you. I was like, no, thank
at
you.
Popeyes.
Hey, you don't know them. They be loving them some Popeyes.
They do. Popeyes and churches.
And it's always the rich ones that be at these mom and pop restaurants like they ain't got no money. That's how they stay rich.
No, because somebody with real money would never open it with, you want a sugar
You
daddy.
would hope.
They want a girl with a little more class who wouldn't fall for that line.
You would hope. Maybe they thought I didn't have class.
Or maybe he was
I
just
mean,
old
I
and
probably
horny and
was
you were
standing in that
young.
dang on line with my pajamas on.
Yeah, he was old and horny. He was like, a young girl in pajamas. Oh,
A girl in pajamas.
old men are creepy sometimes.
They can be. But I hear old women can be
Oh,
too.
cougars are the worst. I've heard stories.
Did you ever watch the show Cougar
Cougar
Town?
Town? Yes,
Oh, I used
I
to
watched
love
Cougar
that
Town.
show. I used to
It was
love that
so
show.
foolish.
Yes.
Foolish.
That show and New Adventures of Old
Oh, I
Christine.
loved that
Oh, you know what?
show.
You know this because I complained to you about it. Because remember before I got HBO Max, I was considering not getting it, but I really wanted to watch New Adventures of Old
You got
Christine.
they shows out
And
on
then I got
Lifetime,
it so that I could use it and you could use
and
it.
they took it off.
And when I signed up for it, they took it off. I said, you sons of bitches.
I think they show it randomly on Lifetime.
I'm gonna just buy it. Cause that is one show that I can just watch over and over again. That show
That
is so
show
damn
is
funny.
so foolish.
It's so
Oh, Christine is a
funny.
mess.
Yes. She was a time. I was so mad they canceled that show. They
It's
need
so
to
weird
bring
to
it
see her
back.
do that and then do Veep.
I didn't like Veep.
Uh,
I tried to get into it and I was just like, eh.
but New Adventures of Old Christine, Chef's
Oh my
Kiss.
God, it was such a good
Chef's
series.
Kiss.
Such a good series.
They take away everything I
Don't
love.
they? We can't have shit.
Nothing.
Everything. But anyway, you win $1 billion, nobody can know. What do you do? Somebody said an OLED TV with Netflix 4K subscription. And somebody responded to them and said, he said you have to hide the fact that you rich.
Hide.
What you talking about? Netflix 4K subscription. Baller?
$3,000 TV. You supposed to be poor.
First of all, I didn't even know Netflix had a 4K subscription.
Because my cheap ass wouldn't find out. The 25 I pay is more than enough.
Yeah. You win $1 billion, nobody can know. What do you do? A modest home with a lot of forest land. Nobody needs to know I own that land. Then I would travel a lot and tell people it's for work and give to lots of charities slash fund nonprofits that I care about.
So the same shit I said I was going to do.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Here's my thing though, because I do.
and those are tax write-offs, so you keep the money coming in by doing it.
Yep.
But anywho.
I mean, but even talking about like the modest house with the forest around it, in theory, I love the way that sounds. But anytime I think about living in the forest,
I
I
think
be
of a
like,
horror movie.
I just think, us being in the middle of the woods, it ain't never been good for
That's why I
us.
said horror movie is the first thing. I picture a motherfucker with a chainsaw chasing
Yeah.
me around my own property. And guess what? There's no neighbors for 5 miles, and I set it up that way. So now I'm dead. He living in my goddamn house.
Or been living in your house the whole time watching you.
Because you got so much land, you didn't know he had a camper 2 miles away
Right.
the whole damn time.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I love that idea in theory because I would love to have more space between me and my neighbors. But at the same time, like, yeah, something about being surrounded by trees, it freaks me out a bit. So I don't know if I could do that one.
I'm gonna stay in the city. I'm just gonna have a nicer house in the city.
Exactly.
I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna have more land, but I'm gonna
I'll
stay.
just be in one of the suburbs and I'd be one of those that has the hidden driveway. But
Oh, like those houses off of Fall Creek.
That's where I would be. There'd be there'd be like a dock station, not dock station, a boat docking place within like 10 miles of my house.
Or you could order them houses in Geist where they own the water.
I don't want to be on the
Those
water though.
mansions.
I don't want to be on the water. But yeah, that's my dream, is to stay where there's people, put a little more space between me and my neighbors, and have one of those hidden driveways that has like the gate around it so that people can stay out. Leave me alone.
See,
View my house from the street. I don't care. Just don't come near it.
See, I want the perks of having money and people not knowing I'm having money, but I want to be able to floss that goddamn money whenever
Exactly. I'm
I
like,
feel
I
like
also want to floss
flossing
it
that
too.
money.
Like I mean,
like whenever I
I
feel
don't know
like
that
that.
I could do this, because like it's just like with leaving my job. When I was just looking, and there were certain people that knew I was looking, I would tell them, I said, I'm not gonna tell y'all when I'm leaving, but there will be signs.
The signs you started a year ago. But anyway.
Shut up. I ain't even started the signs a year
You
ago.
weren't even looking for a job.
I
But you
sure
already
wasn't.
start taking shit home. I'm like, oh.
Shut up.
You weren't even looking for a job.
Whatever. But yeah, if I won $1 billion, no, I wouldn't just outright tell people. But I think there would be signs.
There would definitely be signs.
That'd be like,
I would have a G-Wagon.
did you see Jocelyn bought that $250 pen?
No, they would see me in my white with gold trim G-Wagon. They would know.
See, I wouldn't go car because people, I feel like people expect me to have nice cars.
No, I would buy a bigger house first.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I'd still keep this one.
I would make that mug a rental property. I wouldn't get rid of anything. It'll be a rental property.
Yeah,
and
I'd
I have
still
money
keep this
coming
one,
in.
and I would hire a property manager to make sure they
Exactly. Wouldn't
maintain
have
it.
nothing to do with it.
But yeah, I'm like, there would definitely be signs that now did I win $1 billion? Who knows? But there would be signs that I got something.
I want something.
Like,
and you would know.
So, okay, you win $1 billion. Nobody could know. What do you do? This person said, in order, hire an attorney who specializes in large windfalls like this, hire a wealth manager or a fiduciary, pay off my mortgage. Then he said, hire an architect to renovate my primary bed and bathroom, purchase a hobby farm in the county, with the intention of declaring in my will that upon my death, it will be turned over to the National Parks Department.
They really thought about that.
They really did. See, now that's the kind of level of thought I don't want to put into something that has almost no chance of happening.
I don't even want my heart to get attached to the idea enough to think that much into it.
And first of all, what is a hobby farm?
Just a farm they do just because they want to.
I was like, I don't know about that now.
I don't know if I want to be cleaning up shit for fun, but that's your business.
This one says, goodness, where's the beginning of it?
Oh no.
This one says, win $1 billion, but no one can know. What do you do?
Yes.
I would live my normal life, but at a slightly more enjoyable comfort of living. As long as I have no debt, I would be happy. Also, I would give a homeless man $100 every time I see one. I would tip $100 whenever I go out to eat. I would try to give as much as possible. See, that's the person I wish I would be. And I'm not saying I wouldn't give
too
something.
much about them people peddling for money to ever give them any. I'll give you some food, some water. I'm not giving you no money.
And I'm not saying I wouldn't give, but giving wouldn't be the first thing I thought.
My first thought is me.
It would be. It would be like, God.
Well, of course I'd be giving to people.
Yeah,
of course I would.
But I just feel bad sometimes because that's not gonna be my first thought. My first thought isn't gonna be, oh well, let me go to the shelter.
Because you already tip people well.
I do.
As it is. You just would tip more.
I would, yeah.
So it is.
I am a huge fan of tipping the bill.
Yeah. Like you already were a good tipper.
Yeah.
I'm a normal one. I'm not bad. I'm not great. I'm right there.
Right there.
I'm always above what they suggest. But not extreme.
I do minimum 20%. And if it's bad service, I'll decrease it down to 15%. But then once I calculate the 15%, I round it up so that it always rounds out to an even dollar amount.
See, I'm lazy. I just add my dollar amount. I don't care. You gonna get tipped 2047. I don't care
Yeah,
because
they'll end up getting like 2047, but my bill once it's done will come out to an even $30. You know what I mean? I just don't like it seeing that charge of like $20.53. It's like,
you could do that function where they round up the change and then put it in your savings account. You could always just do that. Then you'll never see it.
no, didn't know that.
Your PNC got that. It's called piggy bank.
Nope, didn't know that. Uh,
Yeah.
but it's fine. They get a couple more pennies. It's fine. But yeah, I'm not the person that's gonna think automatically, oh, I want to give it out to people and everything. I will once it crosses my mind. But let somebody come to me and be like, Jocelyn, you just won $1 billion with no strings attached to it, except you can't tell people you won $1 billion. I'll be like, man, I could buy another house. I sure been wanting to have dual residency, so I could buy another house somewhere else. I could pay this one off. And then once I get all that stuff paid off, they'll be like, okay, well, what you gonna do with the rest of the money? No, you know what? Let's give. It sounds so terrible, but
How? Again, I'm gonna tell you, you can't pour from an empty cup. You give from your overflow, and that is the way it's supposed to be. And that's how I feel. Like you give from your overflow, not your maintaining. You give from the overflow. So once you've maintained everything, then you give. I don't feel there's nothing wrong with
well,
that.
I'm just saying because like this person, they are thinking about the giving
Well, maybe it's
now.
because it's something they're not able to do, which is something that you already do.
I guess I actually don't feel like I give enough, but and think I should give more. But I don't know. When I get more, I'll
You'll
give
be
more.
surprised what people tip. That's all I'm gonna say. I have witnessed it. I'm like,
I used
I
to be
called somebody else. Like, I know you didn't put no five on that table for no tip.
well, first of all, I used to be friends with somebody that was a terrible tipper. And I used to have to tell her, like,
That's
I'm gonna need you
ghetto.
to give them some more
That's
money.
gross. It's
Uh
disrespect, especially when they give good
especially
service and you give them a
yeah.
$5 bill.
And not
My
even
God,
just that. When you know you have the funds to do it.
you
And I'm
know it
like,
wouldn't have harmed you to make that 5 or 20. You
exactly.
know it wouldn't have put no
I actually
nothing in your day.
I actually know somebody that when we used to leave a tip on the table, they go back and get it. So we used to always have to watch them to make sure they didn't go back and pick up the tip.
Just don't leave it. We know you ain't shit at this point. Just don't leave it. To me, it's the same as you at a job, you knocking it out, you always above quota, then it's time for bonuses and they give you 20 cents.
Girl, let
It's
me
the
tell you.
same
So that has
thing.
actually happened. Well, not with bonus, but with my pay increase. So when I used to work at
Yeah.
CVS, too late.
Yeah. Oops.
I haven't worked there in years, so they probably better now. I don't know. But so the pharmacy manager that I had, and actually it was the manager that actually made me finally decide to leave Chicago and come to Indiana. Uh I used to work so much. Like I've worked off clock before for her when I was younger. I would stay open to close, and at that point, CVS was open until 10 p.m. at night. The ones that weren't 24 hour,
Mm.
and they opened at 8. So there was days where I would work 8 to 10, just because they had call-ins and needed the help. I came in on an off day and reorganized their pharmacy from like brand generic to just alphabetical, so that it's easier to find drugs. And she was actually introducing me to people as the lead tech there. And then when it came to my review, she gave me a 1% raise. I don't even
How
think it
you gonna
was
call me a lead tech and give me a one? What is even 1%?
I don't even think it was 20 cent.
How rude.
I said, okay, all right. Okay. I gotta go. I said, cause this is wild. So yeah, I wasn't happy at all.
And imagine that's how. Because my thing is, what I think long term. If they're not being tipped well, they're going to decrease what they give to us.
Mm-hmm.
Same way, if your job do you that way, you would decrease what you give to your job.
The other thing that
So,
the only thing I will say though is that I wish servers would stop doing this because I experienced this because I like to go out to eat by myself sometimes.
mhm.
And servers will not give you the best service if you are just a solo diner.
Why?
Because I mean, I get why they do it sometimes because they feel like, oh, they taking up a table where they could have got a larger party, which potentially
Yeah.
increase the tip when you have just one person.
You don't know how much they gonna tip though.
As that,
You
and
have
that's
no
my
clue
thing,
how much they're gonna
especially for
tip.
somebody like me, especially if I'm going out to a breakfast joint, I tend to tip the bill when I go to a breakfast joint. So I'm like,
Because it's breakfast, it's cheap any
it's cheap
goddamn
as
way.
hell. I'm like,
It's $13.97.
sure, take
It's
another $13.97. And with me, because I'm always on big back activities, my my bill comes out to like 30 something dollars every time I go to breakfast. So I'm like, I'm tipping $30 on $30.
and if you had a group, you probably still would have made that same
And still
$30
would
and
it be
have to work 4 times as
and even
hard.
if I go to breakfast with a group, I still tend to tip the bill on my bill because I'm not paying for everybody. It's still just me. Now, if I was paying for everybody, then I don't make the money for that. But yeah. And it happened to me one time. I went out to breakfast, just woke up one morning and was like, you know what? I could go for some breakfast and I got a book that I'm trying to read. So I'll go to breakfast and read a book and just enjoy my time by myself. And I could tell the server just was like, seriously, one person, whatever.
That's rude.
Like I could just tell. And what I will also do is before I go there, I will go to the ATM and actually withdraw the money so that it's not having to go through the payroll thing.
Yeah.
That way the taxes and stuff is all treated differently. Well, it's not supposed to be, but we know people aren't actually claiming
I
all
wouldn't
of
be
their cash
claiming nothing.
tips.
Anywho,
Uh they're supposed to.
I wouldn't.
You're supposed to report all your cash
I
tips. I just
wouldn't.
know that people don't.
I wouldn't. Anywho.
So I will go and get cash so that I can give them cash. So I think I withdrew $40, intending to leave that whole $40 there for her
Mm.
tip, and I was gonna just pay with my card to pay my bill. And I could tell that she wasn't a huge fan of it just being me there.
That's why she got $10 and that's what you get.
I still tipped her the $40
You wouldn't
because
have gave that girl that $40.
I
I would
did
have tipped her, but she wouldn't have got that 40
I did it because
with the teacher a lesson.
outside of just having a bit of an attitude when I first got there,
Did you get good service
I
though?
still got decent service.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'm like, and I did want to teach her a lesson. Don't judge me just because it's just me. You know what I mean? Because you have no idea. I literally wanted to go there so that I could be a blessing to somebody and give them that money. Because I'm like, this could be somebody's, she might got a child at home and she wondering how they gonna eat dinner tonight. This might feed them dinner. I don't know. So I was like, I still gave it to her. And the thing that I try to do that I'm not always successful with is I try to leave the money on the table and be gone before they can see it. Cause I don't want the attention. Um and I wasn't successful this time because when she got to the table to get her tip, I was already at the counter paying.
Mm.
And I could see her looking around looking for me because she was so surprised that I left that much of a tip. And I'm like, see, don't judge me because I'm a solo diner.
See, my friend, well, somebody I used to be friends with who was a waiter was like, put it in their hand because the other people steal people tips.
Yeah.
So they
That's
like put it in their hand because somebody else will steal somebody else's tip in a minute.
Yeah, there's also been times where I've left a tip. Excuse me. I left a tip and the person that's ringing me up, I will tell them, can you make sure that she goes to that table and get it? Because I'm like, sometimes them servers be taking too long to come back to the table.
Because they think it's only trash there. So they'll get it when
Yeah.
they
So I'm
get
like,
it.
I'm not sitting here all this time because I'm also one of them people that when I go to a restaurant, once I'm done eating, it's time to go.
Because what else am I
What
here
am I
for? I
sitting here
ate.
for? I ate. That's what I came here for. So I'm not the person that's gonna sit there and take up more time because I also recognize the fact that the longer I sit at this table after I'm done eating, now I really am taking tables away from them.
Now I'm really messing with their money.
Yes. So I'm like, the sooner we can get up and get on with our life, the sooner they can start getting another table to help them get the tips that they want to get. So I'm like, yeah, I don't like sitting at tables just, and I know some people that will just sit there for 30, 45 hours just talking. It's like, nah, I don't like doing that because this server needs this table so that they can, we already know they ain't making much an hour.
They should really change that. I mean, a lot of restaurants have changed that by themselves, which I appreciate. But
My thing is this: if they're going to increase minimum, not minimum wage, but the hourly wage for servers to be, even to be more minimum wage, which I don't even know what actually, no, not even minimum wage, because minimum wage, at least in Indiana, is
it's
ridiculously
still like
low. Yeah, it's like seven.
or
Yeah,
something
$7 and some
crazy.
change should definitely be in the
Hasn't
double
changed
digits.
in a very, very, very long time, even
Yeah,
though the cost of living has went up a lot
a
since
lot.
then.
But if they're gonna be paying them like 18, $19 an hour, then it's like, then don't make us feel like tipping is required.
Because the whole point with tipping was because they did
Because
not.
they didn't make at least minimum
But if
wage.
they do, then what am I tipping for? Well, I
Uh,
can if I want to, but I'm not gonna tip as much if you get paid more. I'm
Now I will
not.
say this: I do think the
I'm still
tipping
gonna tip you.
I do think the tipping culture is going a bit too far now, because you got the tipping thing literally everywhere now.
And and this for stuff that don't, like, you go to McAllister's, a tip for what? You get paid by the hour and all you do is put in more. You didn't make no food, you didn't do nothing.
I literally went to McAllister's yesterday, and my guilty brain always feel guilty if I hit zero, so I always tip them 15%. And I'm like, now you know damn well you
She
shouldn't
ain't
have
do a
did
damn thing.
that.
Now my thing is,
But
like,
even
if you
McAllister's,
serve me,
yes. Which, to some people, even them taking your order is a service. But
you
I'm
gotta
like,
pay the hourly rate for that.
yeah, but
No,
you're getting paid more
you're not
than
getting paid
minimum wage.
$3.
Exactly. Which people that works in like sit down restaurants as an actual waitress or waiter, they are making like $2 an hour. Like, as somebody that has done that, you literally are making less than $5 an hour. I'm
You
like,
live off the tip.
exact. They live off the tips. You can't tell me the person that's in McDonald's is living off of tips, because I can guarantee that's being pulled and spread across everybody, and I can guarantee also them big corporations is keeping a portion of those tips.
Yeah, as a fee for giving you a fee, I'm
Hmm.
sure.
And I'm like, yeah, I do think we taking the tipping culture a little too far by having them on like, oh, you go to McDonald's, do you want a
No,
tip? It's
no, I do not. And
like
my
not,
order ain't even right half the time. No, you ain't getting no tip.
because man, I'd be mad if I tell you yes and then my order is still wrong. Now, I will say at Starbucks, I did used to tip them sometimes because I always did the custom orders. So I was like, I feel bad for them because they always have to make some concoction that I done thought up. So then I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna tip them
Yeah.
because I know Starbucks is usually busy in the mornings.
And
They
they
ain't
like, what
got
is
time to.
this?
They see this long receipt that's like, add this, remove this, add this, and I am that person. So yeah, I would feel bad, so I would tip them. But I'm sorry, my burger with just cheese, I'm not tipping you for taking off the lettuce. No. I will.
You know what? I do substitutions just to try to see if it's fresh. I do add-ons and stuff. Not add-ons, because they would literally throw some shit on a cold ass burger in a minute. But substitute, like, say you don't want the onion shit, they gotta do it over.
Mm-hmm.
I do that just for that reason. It's not even about me not caring
Well, that
about the
seems more like an
onions.
asshole reason to do
It's not. I
that.
want it fresh.
Then
And
tell
it
them you
sounds
want it fresh.
like an asshole saying, make it fresh. It just seems like an asshole thing
I
to
feel like
say. Oh, I
I feel like more
hate
of an asshole than to put them in a situation where they can potentially get it wrong, where you're gonna tell them to have to remake it. Now you know you're getting it fresh.
it. No, they just have to actually make it fresh when it comes through. They can't hand me a heat burger limp because
Oh,
I
you mean, okay, I get what you're saying. It's, to me, that came across as, I'm gonna customize it, thinking that they likely gonna get it wrong and they're gonna have to
no,
remake it
no. I customize it so that it has to be fresh because it's not
because
like
it's
the others.
customized. Got you,
So
got
it's like,
you.
well, you can't give me a
I was
heat
about to say,
lamp
Jay, that
burger.
is an asshole thing to
No,
do, to set them up
no.
like that.
I don't wait till I get it, then complain. When I order it, I say I
I
want
mean, you
this,
never
this,
know
this.
nowadays. People actually do that kind of
I know
stuff.
they do.
And usually the ones that do it are proud of it.
And they clearly have the money to pay. It's so disturbing.
The things people do, I swear, is crazy.
I know my boss accused me of being a thief because they genuinely got my order wrong. And I ate both the food.
I
And he was
mean, what
like,
you
and I
supposed to
said they
do?
was gonna throw it away. They told me to keep it. I tried to give it. They said we don't want it. So I ate it. But
Well,
I ate both of them. And I feel
maybe
no shame.
maybe I wasn't shit for this one because so one day I was working in a pharmacy, right? And I was working at the heart hospital. And I door dashed Qdoba. And I ordered a burrito. As I ordered the burrito with extra meat and extra rice. And I added queso to it.
Tasty.
It's very tasty. Might actually have it today. But so when I get this thing, right?
It's in a bowl.
No, they put it in a quesadilla.
Interesting.
So they put the rice,
That
everything
sounds
that's
even
supposed.
better.
No, it's terrible.
Is it?
Because so the whole point of a quesadilla
It's thin.
the cheese is supposed to hold it all together. If you got rice on there,
and then they use
so I'm trying to pick this thing, and it is
it's
just
falling.
flopping everywhere because you put rice in a quesadilla, and they put the extra rice. So that quesadilla was thick as hell.
They didn't find that weird.
That's what I said. I was like, and so then I was like, did I mistakenly order the wrong thing? So then I look at my receipt, and it says burrito. So I was like, so no, the mistake is on their end. This is not what I asked for. I said,
That's not what you asked
I said,
for.
you have all the right ingredients, but this is not a burrito. Do you know I reported that to DoorDash and got my money back?
I would too. That's not what you asked. And especially if it wasn't enjoyable. It'd be different if you enjoyed eating it.
That was the main reason I did it because I was like, I can't even enjoy this damn thing. Like it's I'm like, you just messed up this whole. I was looking forward to this damn burrito too.
Don't you when you got a taste in your mouth or something and you think you about to get it
And
and
it's
you
just
don't?
messed up. I was like, I said, so the person making this
Went through
didn't
all this
think that it was
struggle.
odd that somebody wanted this much rice in a dang on quesadilla. And I'm like, okay, all right. Well, I'm reporting and saying that this is not what I ordered
Because it's
because it's
not what you
technically.
ordered.
And then you got, like I said, you got the right ingredients, but it is not the right form. So, yeah, sometimes I feel bad for doing that because I'm like,
I wouldn't. You couldn't
technically.
even now if you enjoyed it. Said that was delicious, and
Man,
then
I tried
reported
to
it.
pick that
That's an
dang on thing
asshole
up, and the
move.
way it flopped down and all the rice came out, I was just like, you got to be kidding me. The people in the pharmacy was laughing. They was like, this can't be real. I was like, this is actually my life right now. It's like so much for Qdoba. But anyway, I love that dang on burrito. But anyway.
That's not the same.
So I'm still reeling about what these people tried to do to me last week. Or was that this week?
Who?
That was this week.
Who?
The job.
Yeah.
Was that last week? No, that was last week. That was last Friday.
Week. Yeah, late last week.
So let me tell y'all what they tried to do. So I am currently in my resignation period for my current job and going to be starting at a new one soon.
Yay.
Yes. And I turned in my notice. Now, since November of 2024, I have had this vacation planned for actually next week. Gonna be seeing Stray Kids, and we're gonna be in Atlanta. So don't and now before y'all come for me, I've tried to be diplomatic. I've tried to help this company. I even told them I will decrease this week down to 3 days if you guys will pay me out my vacation time at the end of the pay period. I was like, that way you get more time with me to train people, document stuff, whatever y'all might need my help with. You get an extra 2 days. They said no. That's their prerogative. I'm good with that.
I was gonna be home anyway, but
yeah,
your business.
I'm like,
whatever.
But not only that, they come to me and say, well, it's our policy that we don't pay out any PTO during resignation period. And I know you had the Atlanta trip planned, and we'd love to offer you that opportunity, but you need to reach out to HR so that they can talk to you about how the policy actually works. Hold on. I said, because I know my eyes did not just read what I just read. And so I immediately reached out to HR and I said, I'm being told that y'all won't honor the PTO days that has been approved on the calendar since November of 2024. And I said, is that correct? And she's like, let me double check. She's like, let me reread your email. And I'm like, do whatever you got to do.
You fix it.
And by that point now, I'm on the phone with you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jay, it's going to be a bad day for everybody if they come to me and tell me that they ain't going to honor this PTO.
You because I ain't going to be here regardless. Whether you think
I
you
ain't going to
honored
be
it
here
or not.
regardless. Whatever y'all decide, I won't be there because I'm not missing this concert.
Sure,
and like I
prepaid
said,
for everything is happening.
Everything is already paid for and bought. I am not missing this concert. I could see if I just randomly put a week off after I turned in my notice.
That's to say, I would understand. They'd be like, girl,
talk.
no.
Like, why would you be requesting new time off during your resignation
You
period?
out your mind.
Yeah. So no, I've come to terms with the fact that I'm going to lose some PTO days. That's okay. But I'm like, but y'all will be paying me for them other days.
Sure will.
So she came back to me and said, well, they'll honor it. And I immediately took a screenshot of it and saved it.
You got to do people like that. Wish you didn't.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, and then I reached out to my old boss and told him, I said, can you believe that they're telling me this? And he was like, so essentially their butt hurt that you leaving and want to be assholes and try to pass it off on policies.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm pretty sure another manager that just recently left used PTO after his resignation period. I said,
sure
I know for a fact he did.
He did.
So I was like, so why can't I? All of a sudden. So when HR messaged me and said that they'd honor it, I messaged my boss back and said, HR told me that they'd honor it. And he was like, yeah, they reached out to us and we said that we were in support of you having that time off. And I was like,
that's not what
I thought to myself, seems like you could have did that before you sent me that email then.
Because when HR told you that, your response should have been, oh, no. No, that's fine.
Right.
That's not what you said, though.
Exactly. I'm like, what I'm getting is you wanted to see if you telling me that y'all wouldn't approve that time.
If HR reached out to them. I think they reached out to HR and asked, but I don't think HR said anything about your vacation at all until they said something.
I think that they wanted to test the waters and see if I'd say something.
Of course you.
If they try to tell me that they weren't going to approve the PTO for that.
Anybody
and
would.
I said, what about my personality told y'all that I was just going to roll over and take that? So I guess y'all just thought I was going to just bend over and pull my pants down, huh?
No Vaseline.
I was like, nope. So yeah, when I told my old boss, he was like, yeah, they're just being assholes. And I was like, yeah, I can tell. I was like,
I don't get it though. I'm like, even if you just said, ooh, I just wouldn't come. In what world was I gonna, forget my whole pre-planned and prepaid vacation and stay here with y'all on a job I've already resigned from?
Exactly.
What are the consequences? There is none.
There is none. Just like I told you on that phone, if they tell me they ain't gonna cover those days, I'm gonna tell them make my last day this week. Cause I won't be coming back.
Cause
y'all figure it out. I said, cause if y'all want to get petty with me, I'm gonna get petty with you, and I can guarantee I can outmatch it.
When y'all go low, I go to hell.
I'm telling you, I wish I really do wish I wasn't this way, but my brain go, oh, so you want to play? Cause I got time.
Both our brains like that. I was like, oh. We both. I was like, oh,
so you, and people kept telling me because I told Kaylin about this, and they always think, why am I harping on certain things? I said, I don't like the fact that he phrased this as, I know you had this trip planned and we want to offer you this opportunity, like they doing me a favor. I'm like, no, I have this trip planned. Just because you're trying to tell me you ain't gonna cover my PTO don't mean it's
I ain't
canceled.
go. It ain't canceled. It's still on.
I'm like, and as far as the opportunity you want to provide me, I already seized the opportunity.
Already paid for said opportunity. Already going. We fought for them tickets.
We sure
Y'all
did.
out y'all mind if y'all think we wasn't going. We fought. We were stressed. There was damn near tears. We going on this concert.
So stressful getting those damn tickets. I don't care what I gotta miss. I am going to that concert.
We going. I don't care if I gotta pedal my black ass over there. We going.
I will learn how to ride a bike.
We going.
I can't wait, but ain't you excited? It's next week.
Girl, to see the black.
It's gonna be so good.
I need to start drinking throat coat to get my throat ready for the screaming I'm about to be doing.
Girl, me and you both, cause it's gonna be such a good concert.
I still am debating on, should I get the clear fanny pack or the fanny pack I already got?
I'm gonna buy a clear bag.
I thought about that. Let me go and look up the policy for that place. Cause mine is tiny. Cause I know some of them, if it's a certain size, they don't make it clear. And then some of them, everybody's bag has to be clear.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of videos on like what you should take with you for like a K-pop concert. And the only thing that sucks, Jay, is that we didn't do what we said we was gonna
We
do
didn't
and
buy
get
them
light
light
sticks.
sticks. I know. I know.
Well, here's why I wasn't doing it, because I thought they'd sell it as part of merch, but they released their merch and they're not selling light sticks in it.
Child, what?
They're not selling light
We
sticks.
thought we was gonna buy the damn light sticks.
Yeah, I
so
thought
we
we
didn't have to carry around the fucking light sticks. We planned on buying them there.
Yeah,
and I was gonna overpay for that fucking light stick.
I was too, but nope, it's not a
They
part of
were
their merch.
afraid of getting beat down for them light sticks. That's what they said. We can't have just one person having these light sticks. We would get pummeled for these light sticks.
But with the what does help with their merch is with since we're VIP, we have a specific line for our merch.
It ain't the light sticks. I'm gonna get a shirt. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I want a shirt
we
and a
both know
hoodie.
we still
If they got blankets, I'm getting the blanket, the shirt, the hoodie. I'm getting all of it.
Yeah, I don't think they're selling any skizzles there.
Of course they're not.
I was hoping they would have, so
I
I could have finished off. You already have Chambin.
I want another. Jai wants one.
But I was hoping to finish off our collection here, and have the whole team. But we're missing 3 people. Yeah,
we don't care about the others.
We do care about them. They're not our top favorites.
I don't know. Han getting up there. Han trying to climb. That's what Han trying to climb. He's trying to climb. Han is trying to climb.
Han is always, like I said, him and Lino be competing.
I don't give a fuck about Lino. Han be Lino and Ian are always at the bottom for me.
For me, Hyunjin, Felix, and Ian are always at the bottom.
He at the bottom too. Especially now with the short hair. Hate it. He's trying to work on his muscles to compensate. I see what he's doing.
He is, yeah.
But
and
I appreciate your efforts.
And Bang Chan is growing his hair.
Bang Chan's so beautiful, but he's so messy. I can't get behind what he did to Woojin. I would never forgive him. Ever. He's still fine, but I would never forgive him.
Bang Chan is fine. I don't care what nobody says.
Oh, he's so evil though.
He's so evil. Good looking.
He is.
That's why I said they better not ever.
And he got an accent.
Yeah, that's why I said they better not ever let me within arm's reach of that man.
They gonna tackle your ass. They not letting you.
It's either gonna be a real good day for us or a real bad day for us. I don't know.
You gonna be on Bang Chan? I'm gonna be on Chang, and we both going to jail.
Hey, and I would gladly go to jail for that.
I don't know. I don't feel like getting punched by security.
I mean, I want to get punched by him, but hey. I love that damn man. I don't know what it is.
I don't either. He's evil. And you know what he did. And you know what he did.
I do know what he did, but hey, even God forgives.
Okay.
Trying to be right with the Lord. But yeah, I cannot wait for us to get to this concert. We're going to have to be, from what I'm told, the day of the concert, because we have sound check, we need to be there like hours early. and waiting in line. Because there were people saying that they had to wait in line for like merch and stuff for like 2+ hours.
God.
Yeah.
VIPs don't get a link and I can order it online, have it
Nope.
sent to my
We
house.
do get a that would be nice. We do get a line, a VIP line.
Which is still gonna be long because everybody bought the damn VIP.
Yeah, I think if we bought sound check, we automatically get VIP.
But I'm just saying, everybody bought that VIP.
Shoot,
Everybody
I
that
could be
could.
sitting here lying. We probably don't have VIP. I don't know.
Sound check better include VIP.
I don't know
Let's
that it
double check them
does.
tickets.
I don't know
Because I
that
don't want merch bad enough to wait 2 hours in that
I do.
line.
I won't, because they got the Evil Skiz hoodies.
Oh, I do want that.
I was like, I will wait in that damn line.
Because I want a hoodie, a shirt,
I'm like,
and a
yep,
blanket.
it says VIP package.
Better be. I'm like, all that damn money we paid. What
Yeah,
the
we paid
fuck
a
you mean
lot of
we ain't
money for them.
VIP?
We paid a lot of money.
We paid Beyonce prices for those tickets. We really did. And I still want to see Beyonce.
I don't really care to see her.
Why
not? I haven't really been a fan of Beyonce's music since Me, Myself, and I.
Well, that's why you don't want to pay. But I do.
I mean, now I'll say this. If you came to me one day and was like, let's go to a Beyonce concert, I'm gonna be like, okay, let's go. But if it was just me, I would never think, oh, I want to go to a Beyonce concert. It's that submission thing we talked about before. Something you would want to do that I don't really care for, but I still go and have a good damn time.
Sure will. We can have a good time.
Yeah, just like and I'm so happy you actually didn't want to do this.
What?
Because the way you was going with Jay Park at one point, I was like, Jay gonna want me to go to this man concert with her. And
I came down off
the
nasty
McNasty thing.
Not McRib.
I think the McNasty song and video was
enough for me.
Yeah, you was like, yeah, he's doing too much
to see this shit.
Yeah, but I was so worried. I was like, I think she gonna actually ask me.
Oh, I went through a moment with Jay Park,
and I was like, I really don't care to see this man in concert. But if Jay comes to me and say she wants to go, I will go. But
I would only go if he do why. If he don't do why, I don't want to see it. I don't want to go. Why?
Yeah, I know that song had you in such a chokehold. I'd go see 17 in concert.
I will see Enhypen. I don't want to.
Oh, I want to see Enhypen so bad. And it seemed like they always here.
For one, they was on 17 doing the interview.
Oh, really?
I think 2 of them was missing because they got drafted. And
well, one of them got kicked out. Oh, no, I'm thinking about NCT.
I was like, God. I'm so glad I'm not attracted to none of y'all because y'all would have me hook, line,
Their
and
music
sing.
is so dang good. Did you listen to that last song that I sent you,
Lucifer?
Lucifer?
I did. And I said, if they were fine, baby, they would have all my money. Oh, because the music is so good.
I got Champagne listening to Enhypen, and I'm telling
you. Is that TXT?
No.
Hold on.
That's Enhypen.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
Because TXT got a hold on you too.
Sure do, and I don't want to admit that either. I said, I don't got time for all this. I don't.
You know who has a hold on me that I won't admit? P1 Harmony.
They good.
They are good.
They are good.
And they are coming up. Because I like duh. They was like, who's that? It's me. Duh. I be like, these K-pop songs are so freaking catchy. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all haven't checked out K-pop, I know
y'all missing it. Enhypen is great.
Please don't be like me. And I used to be that person that would always be like, I wish I would listen to K-pop. I ain't listening to that.
Did you?
Screw BTS. And yeah, I used to be that person. It's like, I'm not, because anytime I thought K-pop, I thought like, people just riding around on unicorns and you got candy canes everywhere.
The circus? What? Why
it just seemed like it was just like fluffy and and I was just like, I ain't trying to listen to that.
Nah.
But I'm telling you, TikTok is to blame. I was literally, I had just gotten into TikTok.
Yeah.
And, I was a victim of the doom scrolling at, midnight. And all of a sudden, this group of dudes kept coming across my For You page, and I kept swiping past it because I'm like, I don't know what this is, but it definitely ain't something that I'm used to seeing. So I just would scroll past it
TikTok
without
knows
even
what you
doing
want.
anything.
TikTok knew.
And then finally, it kept showing it to me that finally I was just like, okay, what is this? And I saw them do their little dance moves. And I said, oh, okay, they was good. So I gave them their little tap and I kept it
Hey,
moving.
that's when it all broke here. You
And
shouldn't have
then
did
it
it.
kept showing to me again. And this whole time, I'm not knowing this is K-pop that I'm hearing. And I'm not even knowing that these people are the people that made the music. I'm just thinking that this is like a dance crew and they just dancing to this song. So I was like, oh, they can actually dance. Let me go look them up on YouTube because I want to see if they do like
And
a
then,
full, because this was always snippets of the
yeah,
choreography. I was like, I want to see the whole thing. And who does this turn out to be? Stray Kids. And so then I get to YouTube and I'm looking them up and I
you like, wait, is
go,
that
I said, so they are the singers?
them?
So I said, well, let me listen to one of the songs. And I think God's Menu was the first one I
Good
listened
song.
to. And I said, dun, 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 dun. I was like, hold on. As soon as Chop became the oh so ship show, I was like,
Like,
well, hold
oh
on now.
no, wait
I
a
said,
minute.
y'all can't be coming in with the hip hop like that. I said, because since I was like, I didn't think K-pop was hip hop. I'm like, but literally everything they put out is either hip hop or R&B centered. So I'm like, well,
Well, if
not
you
with Stray
look it up, you
Kids,
see that's what
because Stray Kids got some EDM as
they got
well.
everything.
They sure do.
Show do.
But and from then I've just been down this rabbit hole and been discovering all these K-pop
It's
artists.
so many.
It's so many
You
of them.
can never find them all.
For South Korea to be as small as it
Baby.
is, they are producing some dang on like all these groups, all these actors and actresses. I'm just like, this country is not that big. It's like, where are y'all coming from? Because all of them say they from Seoul, South, not Seoul, but they say they from South Korea. I'm like, oh, y'all can't be from South Korea now. But in K-pop, at least, a good chunk of them aren't. You got some Canadians, some
They have
Americans.
Korean descent.
Yes.
That's what they have.
Yes. That was one of the reasons I was gonna do the 23andMe to see if I did, because I was gonna apply to go. I just want to work for one of the companies, because let me cross Bang Chan at least one time. It's gonna be interesting.
I'm not harassing these people.
I'm not gonna harass them. I'm not gonna harass them.
I'll look with my eyes and not my hands.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I would most likely look with my eyes, not my hands. But if we did happen to cross each other where we had to talk to each other, I would make sure it was memorable.
Yeah, from that jail cell. You do that.
There's not anybody that I think I would fangirl over, but I would over him. I ain't gonna even
I know
lie.
you would.
I would become a completely different person, and I don't know why. But yeah. But that's how I got introduced to K-pop, and then I kind of just drug you along.
No, YouTube drugged me.
Cause I remember when we went to Ohio, I told you that I could put something else on if you want to listen to something else, because that was when I was really getting into it. And you was like, we can listen to this. And then we was listening to it, we was vibing to it. But then like a couple months go by and you was like, girl, now YouTube is recommending this stuff to me.
That's like YouTube is the one that ultimately did it. Because it started with when I was like, okay. And and I'm just like,
Cause winter falls.
Baby, the chokehold Winter Falls had on me. I was watching that shit on the TV. Couldn't nobody watch TV because I had that shit on the damn TV. Winter Falls, la da da la da dee. Falls, love
Oh,
it.
such a good song. I'm telling you, y'all need to get into K-pop. I'm telling
You're
you.
missing out. Or just go to Bath and Body Works because that's all they seem to play.
Yeah, they are
now.
starting to play it around more often. Yeah, but yeah, get into K-pop, and actually, because Jay has left the whole K-drama thing
I
with
didn't
me,
mean to leave. I don't got time.
so it's just me now. So if anybody watches K-dramas and wants to talk about them, please let me know,
It's
because
so
I'm
many of
looking.
them, just like the
Because
groups. It's so many.
I be sitting here watching some of these K dramas, and I'm like, man, I ain't even got nobody to talk to about this. And some of them K dramas, by the end of it, you done feel like you done went through a whole whirlwind of emotions.
You do. When I swear, it only be one season, but the episodes are an hour, so you get emotionally invested.
And they have no problem with offing your favorite character,
Just
and you
out of
be sitting there
nowhere. Like,
crying
you like,
because I loved him.
you know what? Not even the K dramas, the animes too. Now
Animes do
them
the
get in
same
your
thing too, yeah.
heartstrings. Cause I know Death Note is very controversial. Some people love it, but when Light died, I was like,
Yeah,
Light. But
nothing still tops True Beauty when they got hit by the car and that
that
dude
was
was
so
flying.
dramatic, and they fell for 20 fucking. They just in the air.
No, the one guy fell quick. It was
The
the
poor
main
one,
guy
the rich one,
just floating, levitating.
when he gonna fall?
He was in the air from the end of one episode to the beginning
I
of the
damn near was
first of
getting
the next
irritated.
one.
Like, when is he gonna fall?
It's like this man got hit by a car and learned how to fly.
Just they had shit flying past him. It
I
was
know,
so
right?
dramatic.
It was now don't get me wrong. I think it's terrible, but
They made
what
it
makes it
angelic, and it was
work,
weird.
it's the ridiculousness of it that makes it funny.
Because it's like, when is he gonna
Yeah,
fall?
because you literally do start to think, okay, how long he gonna be in the
That's what I
air?
said. I said, when is this man gonna fall from the sky?
How long
I
is he gonna
don't.
be up
First of all,
there?
they pushed him so high. I was like, you wouldn't have been that high
Exactly.
if
I'm
you were
like,
on
this
the
man
ground. Somebody hit
was
your
dang near
leg,
sent up to the heavens with God,
just
and
like
God
this,
had to push him back down. I was just
for
like,
5 fucking minutes. I was like, when is he gonna
I was
fall?
like, when is it gonna
Poor
happen?
cat was
And
already rolling down the street.
all
He's
bruised
still
up and
in
everything.
there.
I was like, this is so ridiculous. It's actually working. But
What
I'm
a
telling
good
you,
show.
K dramas are so dang on good. And I'm so mad that I missed out. What's something that you used to think or believe when you were younger that told you that you ain't always been as open-minded as you thought you were?
Nothing really. I've always been down with the shit.
See,
Since
not
birth,
me.
I have been down with the
See,
shit.
I always thought that I was pretty open-minded and, I'm willing to try new things and stuff. But then I remembered when I got into K dramas that I was also the person that would say stupid, ignorant shit.
Like what?
Like somebody had recommended that I watch something that required subtitles. And I was like, if they want me to consume their content, they need to have it in English.
Knowing you hate people to say shit like that.
I hate when people say shit like that.
That's why I just said, like,
And
knowing you hate when
that's
people
why
do
I
that
said
shit.
I thought I was open minded then, but clearly I wasn't.
I've always been down for a subtitle. Give me a subtitle. Because I can read and watch at the same time.
But then, and now that I watch K dramas and the variety shows for K-pop idols and stuff, and I'll tell people about it, and then they say stuff like that to me, and I'm like, that's so ignorant.
And then you remember you said it too.
Yeah, and then I'm like, well, you actually, and 3 short years ago, you were a person that was saying this shit.
Because I've never bothered complete with subtitles. I'm like, what, y'all don't know how to read now? That was always my response. Oh, you don't know how to read now? Because I know a lot of people is valid. They go, I literally can't read and watch at the same time. Like, it's not even that I'm opposed to it. I can't do both. Some people feel like they can't do both.
You can learn to do both,
I do both, and I be
because I mean,
watching.
you've watched me, and I still struggle with it sometimes. When we would watch stuff, I'd be like, "What they say?" Because I was too busy watching their reactions, and I'm like, I completely missed everything they said. Have no idea.
I just lost track of the damn games. I was like, I don't know what's
Yeah,
going
the
on in this
games on the
goddamn
variety
thing.
shows
I
be
don't
on
know.
another level. I'd be like, I don't
This
know
is not a
what's
game. This
going
is math
on.
homework. This is not a game anymore.
Well, this y'all should check it out. Check out some K-pop. Even check out some K dramas, C dramas, J dramas, just something that ain't in English.
Hispanic dramas, because
Hit
because now that I've been watching the
Telemundo, I'm
K
telling you,
dramas, he's back into
when I was
the.
younger, I used to have the TV on Telemundo.
Let me tell you, I seen the best backhand slap on TV in my life. This lady hit this girl. That girl rolled over the back of the couch, rolled on. I was like, that was the best TV slap I ever seen. I don't even know what the show was called. That was good
Well,
ass TV slap.
since I mentioned open minded, I'm gonna
Yes.
finish off the episode by saying when we go to South Korea, whenever that may be, I'm going to Hongdae and find a Hongdae guy and tell him I'm open minded. Apparently, Hongdae guys is like the F boys of
I
South
know, that's why I
Korea.
said,
Hey, I'm with the shits. If
so you
we're
go in there to just be a hoe abroad. Oh, okay.
well,
Just a
I mean, we're better
traveling.
to be a whore than abroad.
You be like, hey, I brought my suitcase and my lube. Let's go.
I'm open minded.
I mean, if that's
What we
what you
talking
want to
about?
do, I'm not gonna partake.
Well, you married. You
That's what I'm
shouldn't.
saying. I'm not gonna partake.
No, but for
I'll be
real though.
sightseeing or something when you doing whatever you doing.
No, but for real, like Hyundai apparently has like a lot of bars and stuff too. So I was like, oh yeah, we
But
could definitely go there. Now, will I hook up with somebody? I'm not gonna say I wouldn't, but I'm not looking for it. But apparently, South Koreans also really love black women. So
yeah, what's his name from ATs? He's openly
oh
said it.
yeah,
He's Mingy.
Mingy.
He's
Yeah, he
openly
keeps
said
on the fan calls. He keeps telling all the black women to come to South Korea.
it. He's like, I'm with the shit.
I love these K-pop groups. They are so funny. Like their variety shows are top-notch comedy most of the time. Especially when they be having them go through these haunted
Girl, the
houses.
Halloween specials with the haunted houses are cute.
Oh,
And I think it's the same damn haunted house.
I think it is to the last one. Bang Chan was hiding in a laundry hamper and it took off running when he couldn't get away from whatever they was showing. That man runs so damn fast. I was like, this
I
is
was through. Who was the
hilarious.
Felix on them stairs?
And when he wouldn't stand up,
Yeah.
and Bang Chan kept screaming and chomping, was getting mad at him. He was like, what do you work out for?
Like, get it to pull it together.
But yeah, y'all need to check out some Korean content. It is very, very good. Love K-pop. Trying to get more into the girl groups. Not a huge fan, but trying. Love me some K-dramas. Watch them all the time.
I used to. I ain't got time. I'm gonna get my time back at some point.
At some
I'm
point.
gonna get it back.
But with that, this was a good one. If you guys vibed with us, which I'm sure you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe as per
Share,
usual. Make sure you share. That
rate,
really helps
review
on the audio point on the audio platforms.
platforms.
Make sure you rate, review, comment on those as well. We've been told that Apple and Spotify doesn't really push us out unless people actually leave reviews and rate us. So if we can get some people to do those two things, that would help us out quite a bit because we are trying
Please
to grow there.
and thank you.
We've had a lot of wins for May, so hoping that we keep
Yeah.
that going in June. Thank you for all the engagement. Make sure you send stuff to us if you have them. Other than that, we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Deuces.